Heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women in America. And in most cases, it is completely preventable. So why are we slowly destroying our bodies and killing ourselves? And what can we do to turn it around?
An excellent question.
It is.
Let's talk a little more about it.
Dr. Richard Furman, author of the new book, Prescription for Life, joins us here on Newsmax Now. So good to have you with us.
Well, good to be here, John and Brenda.
Thanks so much for having you. We hear a lot in the news about eating bad fats, right? Recently, the Food and Drug Administration announced that they were going to ban foods containing those trans fats. So if you could explain why trans fats are so bad and what this means to our diet for the average American.
Well, we used to hear that all fats were bad, but that's not true. There are bad fats and good fats. But the good part about what the FDA is going after are the bad fats. And this, they've started with the trans fats. And these are fats that food processors put in foods that are on the shelf for a long time. They can buy time with that.
Right, they're created, right?
What's that?
They're created, they're not naturally fat. Like you would see in an avocado.
It's put in like cookies, cakes, even coffee creamers, pastries. And the good part about this is that if they eliminate that, they predict that around 200,000 heart attacks per year will be avoided. Now that's the good side of it. The bad side of it is that the FDA has given the food processors 3 years to bring this about. I had a friend the day that came out, and he said, well, why not get them off the shelf now? Mm-hmm. And I explained, well, that's what Prescription for Life is all about. It teaches you what foods not to eat. You don't have to go to the shelf and buy them. You can just avoid them.
That's exactly right, Dr. Furman, because that's the important point here. You know, the government is going to wait 3 years to step in and do this, but as a person who eats food, we don't have to wait 3 years. Talk about the places we should go when we're looking at the right kind of food that we want to put in our bodies.
Well, the bottom line, a lot of people are eating out. A lot of people, fewer people are eating at home, but you start out at the grocery store. You just have to realize what foods to eat, what foods not to eat. They were talking about the bad fats. You have to realize that these bad fats, which are not only just trans fats, but also saturated fats.
Well, let's talk about that. In your book, you mentioned 6 foods that we should avoid. We don't have time to go through all of them, but if you could name the top 2, what would they be?
Well, red meat and cheese.
Oh.
Those are my two.
You're killing us.
Those are my 2 favorites.
You're killing us over here.
Hey, those were my 2 favorites also. But you have to realize once you understand what those foods do to your LDL, your lethal LDL cholesterol in your bloodstream that blocks the arteries, it'll get easier and easier that you won't eat a bite of either.
All right, Doctor, we also want to point people to your website because you have a health IQ quiz about the best ways you can take care of your body and improve your health. Give us the address where folks can go if they want to go ahead and check in and take this quiz themselves.
PrescriptionForLife.com.
All right.
Appropriately named website. Dr. Richard Furman, thanks so much for being with us. Also the author of PrescriptionForLife.com. And we cannot tell you enough, take care of your heart. It kills more people in this country than anything else. Dr. Richard Furman, always great to see you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, good thing I like goat cheese. Right?
Sad
That doesn't count. I know
meat.
you're sad. Just you can limit it.
He didn't say pork, though. I can still eat pork, maybe?
Yeah, the other white meat. Just limit it. That doesn't